Hi Taurus, welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. Taurus, I wanted to do a live read. For some reason I just felt, it just sort of came over me that I wanted to connect with you guys, probably because I missed you a lot. I didn't do the Aries reading live, and then I couldn't do the Taurus reading live either for technical issues that started to come up there. It might be my energy that just doesn't jive with the technical stuff right now, because all sorts of things happen when... Actually, that's my vibration being really high, so that's a good thing, but then I seem to not be friends with the technical stuff, which is a little bit annoying. But okay, let's just do it this way. Anyway, it's gonna be fine. So, before I cut out, I started to say that I've been away for a gazillion years, and I do understand if you feel like, where is she? Like, what is she doing? It has been a big upgrade for this past month. I also didn't know how to speak. Big transformations, big transcending energies. And I just feel like I've been really working on the private readings, focused there a little bit more. And it hasn't really been room for like all the stuff, like the private readings, myself and the general ones. So the general ones has sort of taken a backseat a little bit. And I was told, because I know that there's big transformations going on right now, and I was told from my guides about 6 months ago that I was going to sort of start to see a decreasing. You want to, climb in subscribers on this channel, because if I'm doing something right, there should be an increase, not a decrease. And I was told that because I'm shifting a little bit and I'm going to sort of head over to maybe a little bit of different things, there's going to be a decrease in subscribers. I didn't think it was going to be 500 though, because I was up there for like a little bit over, maybe like 23,100 or something. So that's almost like 500 or 600 people dropping out. So the guides were really right, but it makes you feel a little bit like maybe I'm not doing this right. But I just have to trust that wherever my energy is going, for some of you guys, it just doesn't match. And for those who has already dropped out, you might not even hear this, or like meaning you're not subscribers anymore. And for you guys to stay here, who are still here, thank you very much. And we seem to be on the same path. So it's going to be interesting to see what this channel is going to turn into. It's all I can say right now. So Taurus, for the month of April, let's see what's going on for you. We're going to do an overall energy here, and then we're going to go deeper and deeper into that energy and have the angels come in at the very end to see if they want to add something. Okay, we're starting with the Leo card. So Taurus, you might have a connection to Leo somehow, some way. You might have a moon in Leo, your north node in Leo, your Venus in Leo, your sun in Leo. You might actually be a Taurus moon or something like that. But overall, this card represents leadership. This is when you are taking charge. This is when you are, if you've been a little bit scattered, like this past month, like this past March, I feel like I couldn't really hone in on things. I probably just felt a little bit out of water. Is that what you say? Out of... fish out of water, I think you say. And it's like, it's a feeling of things just happening almost to you, maybe not even for you, and you're sort of not really in control of things. It's just things wants to shift and wants to move and transform. And from that difference and coming into April, I just feel like you're getting back into the control again. Like you feel probably for the month of April that you're steering in the direction that you want, that you have a little bit more of say in the things that are happening right now, and that you're getting into that integrity, Taurus. So it's going to be probably a little bit more of a hands-on, let's do this, let's plan for this, and let's go for it. So that's a really cool, like I guess you could say a really reassuring energy for the month of April. So let's go deeper into this energy and see what comes out for you. What do we have for Taurus, please, for the month of April? Oh, my sweet Lord. And then you get the Sun card, which is Let me just show you all the sunflowers, and it's just jumping out here. Oh my God, Taurus. So look at this first. So we have the Sun card with the Leo card. I mean, the Sun is ruling Leo. And we have like her whole dress. Like this lady right here is like, we don't see where she starts and the earth ends. A little bit of a J-Lo vibe with the, with the green starting up there first. I think J-Lo is Leo, actually. You know, the dress is like, she's dressed in sunflowers, and that field, there's a field of sunflowers that just never ends. And there you have the Sun card, the happiest, the luckiest, the joyfulest card in the deck, with all those sunflowers. If you look in the back here, there's sunflowers there, there's sunflowers there. And to me, the sunflowers represent the obvious thing. Like, it represents sunlight. It represents blossoming, flourishing, all of that. But the sunflower, it's so interesting because when there's a rainy day or a cloudy day or it's not sunny out, the flowers tend to go inwards. Like they go inwards, and they sort of, I would start to say the opposite. When the sun is out, the sunflowers are like all individual, like just the petals are open, and they're like, it doesn't matter what the other guys are doing. It's sort of just standing towards the sun and soaking in the sun as much as it can. And then when it gets cloudy, what the sunflowers does is like they're turning their petals inwards. And if there's like days and days on end without the sun, they start to like open up to each other. Like they let each other feed off of each other's energy. The sun that they have accumulated, they're sort of sharing the sun in between, the light in between them. It's such a cool thing. And so I feel like there's something here about, okay, first, I know it's such a, we say this all the time, like you need to nourish yourself, or you need to tend to yourself, or you need to, you know, those stories on the airplane, you take the oxygen mask on yourself and then you help someone else right next to you. Because if you run out of air, if you run out of oxygen, eventually you can't help anyone because you're going to die. And so there's something here about first you nourish yourself, Taurus. First you need to go into some sort of recharge, or it's not really recalibration, but it's like it's a recharge, it's a reboot. It's filling your cup up yourself first and then go outwards. It's a leadership card, and it's a sun card. It's like going back to find your actual joy, to find your actual, where do you get actual inspiration? And it looks promising for the month of April. It's like a really powerful energy here. In terms of moving forward, in terms of getting hands-on with things again, and in terms of joy and happiness. And then right next to it, we have solutions. And I remember Aries actually had solutions, because it was so strong how that stood out for Aries, that they were coming into the solutions for the month of April, and that you're doing the same. But you're topping it off with the Sun card, and also Ace of Gabriel, which is, this is almost the same feel. It's almost the same feel. It's like very powerful. It's like the Empress who's in balance, because obviously the Empress can be out of balance. The Empress can also have bad days. Even the Sun have spots. So the Empress on a good day, the Empress in control, in balance, in alignment. And so you're headed towards balance for the month of April. And Ace, for me, Ace is a new beginning. It's a new energy. Like there's, spring or autumn, depending where you live on the planet. But there's a new season. We're entering into a new season. And Ace also represents the highest possible energy in any circumstance, in any situation. And you have that, and you're coming into the solutions of things. So just like Aries, so if you have a connection to Aries there somehow, some way, look into that as well if you want to. Because just like Aries, if there's been a situation right now where you haven't found the means to do something, like the capital or the support, the time, the energy to do something, like maybe even for February and March. Coming into April, that's going to be solved. It's going to be solved due to you also taking care of yourself, nurturing yourself, coming into your own alignment first, bringing that balance into your Empress-like self. It doesn't matter if you're a woman or a man. And then you get into the solutions. And 14, there is a new beginning for the heart. So it's like, it's a lot of new here, a lot of new energy, Taurus. And it's a lot of being on top of things, being on point. It's like the timing is right. The timing, like there's a time and a place for everything. Like we hear that all over and over again. Like if something doesn't really come to fruition, it's like, but this is when the timing is right. This is when it's coming into fruition. And it's like you're getting into the solution of things. And it's because you're also taking care of yourself. You're going to go back into some sort of root of happiness there. I really like this for you. So going deeper still, what do we have for Taurus base? Taurus, going deeper. Wow, sacral chakra. Someone is opening up, like really diving into the sacral chakra. Is all about your sexual energy or your creative energy. This is when you're like almost obviously I don't think you're going to discover something about yourself that you had no idea you could do, or that you even like I don't think that. I just think that this might be like a rebirth. Like I said, you're going into reboot or there's an element of dusting something off and bringing it into light again. If that is like, okay, so for a while there, maybe years and years, you weren't dancing, or you weren't painting, or you weren't singing, or you weren't baking, or like whatever your thing is. You put that on ice for some reason. And then here we are in the month of April, and it's you're bringing it back to light, and it's almost like a rediscovery. Like, oh my goodness, I had no idea how much I missed this. It's like sometimes when we see people, I find this for myself, if I haven't seen a person in a while, like it's been a while, and then you see them, it's not actually until you see them that you realize how much you missed them. Like we can't go this far in between because I just realized how much I missed you that we haven't seen each other. But you don't fully understand that or get that until you actually see them in person, which I guess is a good thing, you know? And so this is also like you're coming across, like if you weren't intended to, or like this is like if you go out maybe with your workplace to do karaoke or something like that, and you're singing your heart out, and you just realize that, oh my goodness, you missed singing so much. And it's like a rekindling with it, or a rediscovery that you want to go back into singing. And maybe it's like deciding to take up singing lessons again, or singing in the group with a, you know, or if this is like just for fun, you're going out and you haven't been out in ages and ages and ages. And you go out and you start to dance somewhere, just realizing how much you miss dancing. And then you are looking for a way to get back into there's just a lot of creativity here and a lot of inspired energy that is like coming up to the surface. And I think it's been laying, you know, we have the leadership card, we have with so much sunflowers, like so much energy, like being energized with the actual sun card, with Ace of Gabriel and coming into solutions. I mean, it's such a powerful moving forward, getting back into what you used to like. And if this is not a rekindling with some previous thing that you were really good at, this is just you getting your creativity going again. If you felt like forever, maybe if you're a writer, or if you're, let's just take that for instance. If you're a writer and forever you've been wanting to finish a book, or even start writing a book, or start writing a script or poems or whatever, and it just has felt like dead, or like nothing comes to you, or like there's no flow. All of a sudden there it is, like the flow is going to come back in. if this is you, because this is generally readings, it can basically be anything. So if this is you in life, generally feeling like you haven't had an idea in such a long time, you haven't felt creative in such a long time, it's almost like a feeling of, I don't want to do anything. And I think that comes down to, like, that's due to our transformational energies going on right now, in terms of there's so much going on for the body that there's just not room to do anything else right now. You know, I was actually having just this morning, having a conversation with a person, and she was like, I don't know when I'm going to find the inspiration again to do anything. And I'm just here not doing anything. I don't know what's wrong with me. It's like I'm losing it. And people around me say, you got to start working again, or you got to start doing this or that. And it's like, it's so tough, because if you have broken limbs, or like you broken something physically, or you got ill physically, like there's something that just forces you to stay in bed or whatever, or even with mental health, or like you feel that something's really, really wrong mentally for you, or like emotionally, then you probably wouldn't work that day either. But when there's like this big transformational shift, so you can't really put your finger on it, like it's just so busy. It's so busy that you're so tired. And if you try to sort of do anything extra than just going along with this transition in your body, it's not going to work, or you're going to be burnt out, or you're just not going to be inspired to go there, because it's enough for the body to deal with whatever's going on. But it's so hard to show that and tell people, doing a little bit of upgrade here. So if you could back off a little bit, like, you look fine. Well, you should see my insides, and you should see, you know, how much I need to sleep right now, and you should see blah, blah, blah. So there's a feeling here of maybe trying to do so much, and maybe felt a little bit guilty in the past because the inspiration haven't been there. Taurus, prepare for April, because the energy and the creative forces are coming back. It's like whatever's been on hold is going to just let go, is what it feels like. Okay, we're going to end this message with a little something from your angels. What do you want to tell Taurus, please, for the month of April? I do want to remind you that I am doing personal readings still. So if you're interested in that, please send me a message. The address to that is in the description box down below. Okay. So I'm just getting exactly this energy right now. We have let go and unlikely. It's like whatever. So this is all of this. Again, I'm going to show you the sacral chakra. Like, it's such a fiery chakra there that's just coming into alignment again. You're coming into the solutions, like coming into it's a new beginning for the heart. You're finding the solution for things that has been stagnant. Ace of Gabriel, highest possible energy around any situation, and you're finding the balance within that. You're becoming the Empress in balance. With the Sun card, happiest card in the deck, joy, energy, sun, movement. With the Leadership card, which is all about like setting goals and getting hands-on, knowing what you want, and being so like that woman right there, her hair is on fire. She has a torch that's on fire, and her dress is made out of sunflowers, where every flower has sort of soaked in the sun, and she has a lion right next to her, being really powerful, moving forward. So, and then we have unlikely and let go, which feels a little bit bland and a little bit low. So I can understand that you're coming out of this. You probably don't like, as depending when you listen to this, but like you probably don't feel all of this right now, but you might sense it, and you might feel that. And I just find that the switch is like day by day. It's almost tough or hard to believe that yesterday was a day where you almost didn't get out of bed because it's just, the body just wanted to add more sleep to the body for the transformational shifts. And then just the day after, like, like so alive and so ready to kick ass, basically. And that it's just mind-blowing that you could have felt the way you felt the day before. I just feel like you probably are a little bit in the day before, and that you are headed towards this solution-oriented, energized, inspirational, joyful place. So don't be discouraged as you listen to this message thinking, well, that's not me in a million years. It can shift so really, really, really fast. And it seems to be like just sunshine and inspiration for the month of April. Try to let go of control and try to let go of what needs to happen and just sort of let the universe surprise you. Just sort of pay attention to where you have your own energy right now. And you'll find the balance, the Empress in balance, the Empress in alignment. That's all you need to think. And the universe will take care of the rest. Very similar pictures here in the way. Like opening up. A little bit of a Phoenix Rising feel. That's what I have for you, beautiful Taurus. Thank you so much for listening. Again, I do offer private readings. Send me a message if you're interested. And we'll see where this what this channel is going to be about in the future. We'll see. Take care, guys. Bye.